Hey guys, Bumbles here with another New World video, and today we're gonna go over invasions, what to expect, my first impressions, because I did do my first invasion today. Actually just got done about 10 minutes ago and absolutely hyped from it because it was actually insane. Boy, are these things hard. So I kind of want to give you guys what we did, what my kind of pointers on what we could have done better, and also what my first reactions were of this thing, because there were some crazy things in this. And I want to show you guys this, and you guys will be seeing the footage from the invasion in the back. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell if you guys like the video. Thank you guys. Let's jump right in. The invasion that we had today was absolutely crazy. It was full of combat, full of craziness. Like, it was quite a bit calm at the start, but once you hit wave 4, it went from 0 to 100, and then wave 7 was 100 to 1,000. Like, you started out, you were pretty calm, like, okay, yeah, it's just basic mobs, like ads just kind of going through, and then all of a sudden, like, you hit wave 4 and all of a sudden you have brutes and bears and catapults and all this stuff happening at once. And then you hit wave 7. Wave 7 was insane. Wave 8 was crazy, wave 7 was crazy, and then the rest of it was kind of like wave 7 and 8 kind of made the whole thing kind of feel pretty calm, like, oh, there's a brute, let's just take him down. But it was crazy. It was nuts. I had a ton of fun. Probably the most fun of the game I've had so far. Wars were crazy, but wars do tend to be a little bit laggy. We only had one situation of lag in the invasion where all the projectiles kind of stopped for about 10 seconds, and then the damage dealt all at once and ended up kind of like one-shotting a brute, which is kind of cool. But for the most part, that was pretty much the only time of lag. Other than that, it was pretty lagless and just kind of smooth sailing. It went from 0 to 100 real quick though when the big skull popped out of the ground. Like, this thing is just insane. Look at this thing. This thing was just shooting out lasers and it just came out of the air. I mean, when I heard the sound, I had no idea what it was, and I turned around and saw this. I was just baffled by what was kind of shown in front of me. And the lasers do a ton of damage. The only thing you can do is, if it does target you, to lay down or crouch behind the wall, which if you're on the wall, there's not much room to hide. If you're outside the walls, there is no place to hide. This is a place where, a thing where I think a lot of people need to do more kind of I guess ranged weapons to try to take this thing out, because you do need to target the eyes, and the ballistas and the repeaters are the only thing that can really hit it consistently. The cannon's pretty okay, but the ballistas really targets that eye really well. It does about 9k damage per shot, so those are crucial. What you can expect essentially is just the first few kind of introducing the corrupted to you. You get a couple grunts, a couple like spearmen, a couple snipers, that kind of stuff. And then wave 4 hits, you start getting the bears and the catapults that launch bison. You get all the craziness, dude. It's wave 7, the skull comes out of the ground, and then wave 8, another skull comes out of the ground, which essentially anyone outside the wall is toast, which leaves the corrupted pretty much free to hit the gates. And essentially our tactic was just ballistas and repeaters. Essentially put the repeaters on the front of the wall, and then the ballistas facing towards the doors, as well as the vats of oil over the doors. Except for the main main gate, we put a ballista over just so we could target the eyes a little bit better for the skulls, which I had no idea what they were talking about beforehand, so I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, I'll put a ballista here, that's fine. What we did do too is kind of spread everybody out. We made sure everyone was kind of spread out in between the 5 gates. We had great communication, pretty much just being like, what's it look like over there, like who's got what. At one point our gate had a bear, 2 brutes, a spriggan, and a catapult, and we had no idea what to do, but we fended it off actually pretty well, way better than I thought we would. What we could have done better, I think, is target the skulls quicker. I think there needs to be more ranged for that, or people need to hop on the ballistas a little bit quicker to target the eyes. Obviously over time tactics will change and stuff like that. I think once the skull comes out, everyone needs to retreat back into the gate rather than dying, because everyone kind of just stayed out there and died. I mean, I don't know what's the best form. Just kind of taking it, retreating, holding the gate, and then just stuffing the gates. Because the back 2 gates were fine, but the 3 front gates pretty much got destroyed almost immediately. So I don't know what else we could have done better. I do want to try a few more of these over the next few weeks, because we do have a ton of them on our server. This was the first one that we were able to take part in. However, we've only won 1 on the server. The rest of them we've all lost. These things are incredibly hard. We don't really know the tactics for this yet, but again, once people get their gear score up and we get a tactic down, I'm sure these are gonna get a little bit easier. The rewards were pretty nice, honestly. They had a tier 4 corrupted thing crate, which gave you a 500 gear score. We got a 500 gear score hatchet with some really good stats and perks. We got 350 Azoth, 500 reputation with the area. We got about 1,000 reward tokens and faction reputation, and then we also got about 630 gold. So it's actually, for about a half hour, 20 minutes worth of work, it was actually a pretty nice return. If you're maxed out on your faction stuff, obviously that changes stuff a little bit,
real quick.
but for the other stuff, it was actually a quite nice return for this. Do I want anything changed? I'm not sure if I want anything changed from the invasion. I don't think we had enough time to really come up with a tactic for this and the best way to fight these. So things are going to start changing when we run these. As long as companies are willing to try new things and try to figure out the best way to defeat these, I think it's going to be the only way that we can consistently beat them. And even in that, we're not supposed to consistently beat them. These are supposed to be like a 5% success rating, just because they are absolutely crazy and they're meant to not let the towns get to max building across the entire map all the time. They are supposed to be hard, and they're supposed to be absolutely just devastating, which they are. So all in all, our first invasion was insane. I had a great time. It was a great learning experience. I would highly recommend trying these out if you haven't tried one already. They're fun, they're crazy, they're chaotic, they're enjoyable. I had a ton of fun with them. I hope we get to find a company and kind of work together with trying to figure out what to do with this and kind of strategize for these, because I do think that these are pretty beatable. I just think we need to really structure the army to a specific standard to be able to do this. These are not like wars where you can kind of just mass your best fighters and go at it, because I mean it was nuts. There was a lot of damage, there's a lot of mobs, there's a lot of ads, a lot of big things, a lot of scary catapults and giant skulls. I don't know. I mean, I'm excited about it. I'm trying to see if they ever change these into doing not only invasions from the corrupted, but maybe invasions from the lost on the sea. Maybe Cutlass gets invaded by the lost or something like that. It'd be kind of cool where they can go with these, because there is all these different things. Maybe the Withered takes over, maybe Angry Earth rises up. I would love to see a variety of these, to see different creatures and beings and monsters to fight. But all in all, I absolutely love this thing. I had a ton of fun. I hope you guys did too. Kind of watching some of the footage from the invasion and what we did, what to change. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know down in the comments. I'm curious to know what you guys want down below for us to try in the next invasion. We did work pretty closely with this group to kind of get this kind of set up and me in there. So but thank you guys. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. Have a great day. Goodbye. Deuces, y'all.